go out in Georgia.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, it's going to be an amazing night. As per usual, everybody's going to benefit.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. And up against him, it's Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, weighed in at 226 pounds, and has an 81-inch reach.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards. Eastern assassin Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6'9", here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Eastern Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
This is what you'll be talking about for years to come. This is what your kids, your grandkids will be talking about. What a venue, what a fight, what action.
Good luck.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That counter shot lands. He gets out of the way of that left hand. He threw the hook, didn't land. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in, fighting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
God, I've got to give it to the promoter. To pick this place, every ticket, it's like gold dust. You cannot get these tickets. So if you are in this venue, you are watching this fight, trust me, we're lucky to be sat here.
There's a counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Punch scores. Good counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. He misses with that jab. Nice counter punch. Lands with the right counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Punch, counter punch. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go. It's round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Just gets out of the way of that left hand. No rest for the weary. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Fighting a Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with a forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance, because they will just stay in your face.
Good one. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Nice offense. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Perfect counter shot. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout, because it makes the night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Beautiful counter punch. Left counter punch will score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That punch lands. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Still swinging with nothing left. Catch and shoot. Right punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That left counter was perfectly timed. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
The problem with having a chin...
Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? How did they not go down? Nice counter shot. Good counter punching from both these athletes. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. There's a scoring blow.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot with the right hand. And wait a minute. The left hand lands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Counter punching. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Let's see if they have a plan B after last round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice job landing with that right hand counter. They're both trying for a knockout. Counter right hand again. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Good counter punching from both these fighters. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed. Good left counter that lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They exchange punches. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Let's start the 6th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That punch landed. Counter right. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Right hook. That one will count. Left counter scores. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here comes round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Nice job landing that left counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? Counter shot. Oh, what a punch. Nice counter. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through? Down goes Fury. They're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. And a counter left. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Great counter right hand there. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And this with that jab. It's obvious this fighter is gassed out. Why sit in there and throw punches? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Come on. Look at him now.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Perfect counter lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Nice shot with the left. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. Failing to score with that right hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Looking to land the hook. Punch, counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Tyson Fury in serious trouble. I don't see how he's going to get out of this. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter punching. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell to start round 10. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed. Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good punch. endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Punch, counter punch. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That's a scoring left hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Punch, counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He fails to score with that left hook. So much firepower here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent and think this is too easy, if they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
They score again with the left hand. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. believe what we're seeing. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.